Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Brooklyn Beckham. Now, I'm going to be looking to see what's going on with him and his family, A lot of people are blaming his wife. They're saying his wife has some sort of bad influence. I don't know, but I'm going to be looking into basically like what's up with him and his mother and his father and his two other brothers. I ain't going to be looking into his situation with his sisters. Not in this reading, it's too many people. So I'm just going to be focusing on Brooklyn Beckham and seeing if his wife is to blame for the problems he's been having. And what's his situation with his father and his mother and his two brothers. So let me just see the energy. Let me just get the vibe of like what's up with this Brooklyn guy before I get to my questions. All right, there is some problems here with this Eight of Wands. It's telling me, I don't know, there's a situation with pain and energy. He's receiving a lot of energy right now. I'm going to be seeing like where is it coming from, right? But I'm getting energy. The Eight of Wands isn't just about communication in the airways. It's also about energy, right? It's about receiving sort of just like energy transmissions. So I'm seeing energy. What else can we see? What else is going on with this Brooklyn Beckham? What can we see? What's going on with him? At the same time, though, he is happy. So I'm seeing an energy of him exchanging vibes and him being happy currently. All right. I'm going to be looking into that as well. See like what's happening, what's causing him this sort of happiness. What's causing this sort of happiness. At the same time, though, spiritually, there's conflict here with the Five of Wands. Not just that, the fact that it's sideways, it's telling me he's not innocent as well. So there's something going on spiritually, and it's saying he's to blame and another person's to blame. What else can we see? All right. Also, should I say it now? Let me say like for the brothers, right? Sorry guys. For the brothers, Romeo is going to be the knight, and Cruz is going to be the page or the prince. So that's how I'm going to do that. Okay. So if a knight pops up, that's going to be Romeo. If a page pop up or the prince, it's going to be Cruz, okay? So I say that ahead of time. So his father is showing up here. So we're getting some vibes here. Oh no, I'm drawn to seeing what's up with this energy transmission that he's receiving. All right. Power of sound. Okay, so he's been told things that he doesn't want to hear. It fell on the conflict. So what I'm seeing here is that power of sound. This past energy, because this is the past, present, past, present, spiritual slot, whatever, like what's in your heart, spiritually, what's around you, and this is the future, and this is what's crowning the energy. So what I'm seeing here is that in the past, maybe he received things that wasn't so supportive, where he felt like he was losing his, saying identity and authority. So this is actually interesting, right? Because I was telling you guys that this has to do with energy, right? Receiving energy. The energy that he was receiving didn't make him feel strong. What else can we see about this that didn't make him feel strong? What else? What's going on with that? This is very fascinating, actually, because I don't know anything about these people really or what's going on with them. I just know that people have opinions, right? Leaving home. Okay, so this negative, you see, this is why I choose the decks and cards that I do. It's all spiritual, right? This guy, he left home. You see how it says leaving home? A separation, departing from home. Why? Because he was receiving energies that wasn't supportive. right? Energies that was bringing him down. So this is actually sad here, because people, they just see a big, happy, beautiful family, right? I'm not saying that they're beautiful. I'm just saying this is like what people say and think, right? So they're seeing this big, beautiful, happy family, right? And they think that like, oh, everyone's perfect, or this is just a spoiled bastard son that doesn't appreciate his family, right? What I'm seeing here is that, no, he was receiving some negative energy. And this is real life stuff that happens to a lot of people, right? He was receiving pain. He was receiving trauma. So he left home, again, because of the energy that was like being transferred to him and shit. Coming full circle. This is a karmic situation. People feel like they can treat you a particular way and that you're not going to feel a certain way. So this is actually powerful, right? Because when I come to these readings, I never come with my opinion or anything. And honestly, I don't know anything of like, I don't even know why there's a drama. I just know that people are saying that his wife is to blame. That's the only thing I know. And I don't know what that loud noise was. So what I'm seeing here is that this is coming from pain and hurt. His family did bad things to him, right? So this is coming full circle. He reclaimed his power. He was told, like I told you, bad things that wasn't supporting him. So that's truly sad. What's making him happy in the current? What can we see? A peace of mind. A peace of mind. Not worrying about shit. He's not trying to worry about shit. He's just like, fuck the drama. Fuck the negativity. He's just like, I'm not going to be trapped, right? Not just that, the passion that he has with his woman. So this is beautiful energy. The passion that he has with his woman and the peace of mind is what's causing him happiness. What can we see as far as this Seven of Wands? Let me just get into these energies, but let me just say, like, this is tough. This is tough because he's trying to do the best that he can. But just things are tough. Let me just say that. Just things are tough. We know that the Seven of Wands represent like the evil eye, an uphill battle, right? What can we see with the Seven of Wands? And let me just say, I don't know if the Seven of Wands was like this or like this. I don't know. However it happened. When I do these readings, guys, I just get into the energies. That's why I don't even be remembering like the previous things that I was saying, because I'm just getting into the energies. I don't know if you guys notice when I be doing this, it's no script here. Obviously, how can it be? I just get into what I'm seeing. So sometimes I don't really even be knowing the card placements. I don't even be knowing the previous things I said, right? I just get into the energies. Obviously, you guys, this is a video, right? So you can rewind it back. So I'm just saying that for what it's worth, right? What can we see as far as this Seven of Wands? Can represent the evil eye, right? So what's going on with that? Solar consciousness. Okay, this represents the ethereal realm. He's receiving the evil eye from the ethereal realm, right? What I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of negativity that's being directed at him spiritually, right? A lot of hurt, a lot of pain. He's receiving that. He's still receiving negativity from his people, from his family. What can we see with this conflict? And I'm going to see the relevance of the father. His people don't want him to have success. They want him to be a failure. So this is giving a very karmic situation. This is like one of those sad things. You know how like sometimes on YouTube, there's a lot of readers, like, they make good money and good business. I should probably get into that line of work of repeating the same thing. Like, oh, because I guess a lot of people have issues with their family. Like, oh, your family want to see you fail. Your family want to see you lose. But you're going to be empowered and you're going to make it through. And you're going to be the one that's like the big boss. Like people love seeing that shit because when you have conflict or sadness and problems and shit, you want to hear shit you want to hear. I mean, I don't know how they do that. I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about doing readings like that. I don't know if I can do it because I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not a liar. Like my heart is just, I'm not a natural liar. So I don't know how they can do that every day and repeat it over and over. It don't matter if the cards is good or bad or supportive. They just repeat the same thing. The reason why I bring that up is because this vibe reminds me of like when people watch those readings of like their karmic family and shit. But this is obviously a legit situation. What I'm seeing with the father though is the father is almost the mastermind of this, crowning the energy. The father is responsible for a lot of this bullshit. The father is pretty brutal. What can we see about the father? Also, this Brooklyn Beckham, whatever he has going on in his life, as far as like, I don't know, like whatever is happening, whatever success or happiness, it causes hatred. They don't really like that shit. That shit makes them upset. It causes conflict. Yeah, he's not, at the same time, the card is still sideways. So yeah, he's not innocent. I gotta be real with you guys. He's not innocent. I'm going to ask why he isn't innocent, but let me get into this. This force of attraction. His father was the one that was holding all this bullshit together, causing his son to be to feel empty. So I'm going to ask why was his father fucked up to him? Why was his father the one like bringing the family against Brooklyn? What can we see? I mean, this is narcissism. The Four of Swords always represents narcissism. The father is a narcissist. What else can we see from the bottom of the deck? There is a lack of love here. Not just that. I gotta be real with you guys. The star is all about being seen, being heard. I wasn't gonna go this route, but since you know what's happening is happening and things are being exposed, and the energy is telling me that it's relevant, so I have to bring it up. The father is not proud of the son. The son to him isn't a beautiful guy. I don't know if he's shorter than Cruz, and I know that sounds fucked up. I know, but this is just what I'm getting intuitively. That the father thinks that Brooklyn is ugly. That Brooklyn isn't one of his best creations. The father loves Cruz. This is just what I'm getting intuitively. I know you guys probably aren't gonna like it, whatever, right? I'm intuitive. The father loves Cruz. The father is proud of Cruz. The father isn't proud of his son. That's why he was being a narcissist to his son. It's kind of just like his son needed support, needed to like be healed. Not just that, his son has hidden potential and hidden gifts, but the father just doesn't recognize it. The father pulled back his love because this the star, again, about things that are beautiful, things that's supposed to be seen, heard. The father was the one that was pulling the family to be like negative to the son. This is why Brooklyn feels a certain way. We just got to keep this shit real. Why is he not completely innocent? What can we see? Why is this guy not completely innocent? The way he went about things wasn't right. He was abrasive. If you ever caught, this was one of the first fish I ever caught. No, the first fish I actually caught was a poison fish. It was like this small, but it has spines on its back, and it was poisonous. That was the first one I caught at Redondo Beach. We weren't catching fish to eat it. We were just throwing it back. But yeah, that was the first fish that I ever caught. I don't even know the name of it. It just had spikes on its back, and I was told it was poisonous. The second fish I ever caught was this one. The skin texture is really rough, and I was going to throw it back, and it was just like this big and shit. You see, like, I can't even get my hand on it, but it was like show it how big it was. It was like big, actually. Actually, yeah, it was pretty big. It was huge. I can't even fit my hand in the screen. It was so huge, right? I was going to throw it back, but it was these cool Mexican people. They was like, hey, like, oh, can we have it? And I was like, sure. Like, I ain't going to eat the shit. And then he was just like, yeah, we're going to clean it and stuff. And he was like, do you want to watch? And I'm just like, okay, sure. So like, he took it. They were so happy. I just thought it was a bit brutal though, because what they did was like, they cut it like while it was alive and skinned it and shit. Like, I don't know, like, I guess, I forgot because it's been so many years. I was so young. But like the flesh part, like he skinned it alive to where like the flesh part was. And then he left it like hollow. Like the flaps and shit was still okay. He just got kind of like the middle piece, and then he threw it back. The one thing I didn't like though about that was I was thinking to myself, dude, why would you do that when they're surfers? Like there's like sinks and shit like where you can clean it out, and I don't know if the blood goes in the ocean. To be honest, I wasn't looking that deeply into it. I just thought it was weird that after he took the flesh, he actually threw that bloody carcass into the ocean, and there's literally like surfers right there, because it's like I'm on the pier, we're on the pier, and surfers are right there. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a normal practice, but yeah, I thought that was a bit shady and fucked up, because I'm like, doesn't that attract sharks? But anyway, I shout out to say, sorry, my ADHD. If you know anything about this shark, about this fish, I guess it could be a shark. I don't know. Some people call it a sand shark. I don't even know what you call it. I'm so out the loop. When I was young, I used to watch a shit ton of like Animal Planet, National Geographic. That's all I would watch when I was young. Like only that shit, right? What do they call it? Croc Files with Steve Irwin and all that shit. I would always watch that shit, and so I could tell you every animal and shit. I'm so old now, and it's been years since I watched that shit that I couldn't even really tell you the names anymore. I would probably sound like an idiot. But anyway, I shout out to say that he could have done better planning, right? The Two of Wands is telling me it's true. The Two of Wands represents planning, you trying to get to a place, right? It's like the Three of Wands. They're the same thing, basically. He was just worried about the end result, and it ruffled feathers. It's telling me pull from the bottom of the deck and top of the deck to give further insight. Yeah, it caused a tower, not just that, a situation of love loss. So that's deep. So that's why he's at fault. Did he have a bad situation with his mother? What can we see? It's showing the father was the mastermind. What is the situation with the mother in the past? 4-card spread. Okay, so I'm seeing support and love and nurturing. Sometimes there could be narcissism. I was doing a chart. One of the last charts I did before coming to YouTube was for a dude that had I believe his mother had no, it wasn't his mother. I think his fourth house was Leo, and he had like some planet in it. I forgot, something like that. I forget. It was something like that. And I was telling him, I was like, this is interesting. I was like, so what I'm seeing here is that like your mother loved you and your mother cared, but it was things that was missing that your mother just didn't see. Like it wasn't to hurt you, but you were missing like a particular nurturing that you needed that would help, that you feel like was lacking, but she just didn't see it. So it wasn't coming from a bad place. But I was just like, it caused a wound to like your heart because you feel a type of way about it. And he was just like, that shit is so crazy that like, you basically seen that shit. He was like, how do you know? Because he wasn't into astrology. He was going through like particular situations, going through pain. So like I did a birth chart to basically help give him clarity and perspective, and I didn't charge him or anything. He was young, so I felt bad. I think he was 22. He was in college, and he was just saying that he was going through depression and he was going through issues. So I told him, let me look at his birth chart and see if I can figure out what's happening with him. But the whole thing was that, his mom wasn't bad, even his parents. It was just that they just didn't see certain things. Like, they weren't strict, they weren't abusive. It's just that he just needed a little bit of extra support because, like, he was just, I guess, awkward and different. Like, I forgot really, like, how deep it was because, it's been a few months ago. And after I was done with it, I was done with it. I never talked to the guy again. I never seen it from him or anything like that. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I wouldn't even know how to, like, get into contact with him. Sometimes when I'm out and about, being a spirit, I don't usually talk about this, but sometimes being out and about, I be encountering people that's been wounded or hurt and shit. And it's almost just like, I don't know, the energies be forcing me to do certain things like that. So I'd be doing a lot of, like, shit to help people. It'd be weird. But yeah, that's a big deal here. I'm seeing that, like, she loved him, but it was things that she was missing. Because sometimes Leo can't really see everything, right? It's the sun. So how can the sun's light is so bright, how can it see everything? So there's always going to be something missing with the Leo. Or if you're interacting with the Leo, it's something that they're going to be missing because the sun is so bright that they can't see everything, and sometimes, because Leo represents the heart, sometimes it can wound someone's heart, either the Leo's heart or the person's heart, right? And it matters as well, like, what house and shit, what's going on. Yeah, so what else is going on? I said 4-card spread, so let's see. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, it was a lot to do with comparing. I gotta be real, a lot of comparing. A lot of fucking comparing. You know, the Four of Pentacles represents stability, but it's sideways. It's telling me the mom isn't completely innocent as well. You see how this guy is looking at himself or looking at this gold coin? Like, being like, is this fine? Is this a gold coin? Like, is it good? You know, like, figuring out, like, you know, is she satisfied and all that? It's sideways. So it's showing both of the energy. This card is a dual card for a reason, and it speaks of a lot of energy, a lot of vibes and shit. This one's not satisfied about his gold coin. He's not satisfied about what he has. It's the energy of, like, not being at peace. So the mom was nurturing to a certain extent, but at the same time, you have to understand, again, I was getting a lot of comparing, even with the father. Like, that's how all this started, is with the father. So I'm seeing that it's kind of just like, for whatever reason, I don't know. All I know is that this guy is short, and yeah, I think he's not trying to offend anyone. We have eyes to see and a mouth to speak. I think he is kind of the ugly one, but that's still no reason to abuse your kid. That's fucking sick and evil. If anything, that's more reason for you to love your baby, because it's kind of just like your baby might need a little bit of support and help. You shouldn't even bring that to your baby's attention. You should help them thrive. So I don't know what's wrong with sick ass people that do stupid shit like that, but I've seen it in the world, and people came to me for readings about shit like this, about like, oh yeah, my mom loved my sister because my sister had longer hair, or my sister had a more fair complexion, or like, it just be the funniest things that, like, parents be on stupid shit and they don't know how harmful that is and the hate that it causes. I'm seeing that it's like, and it's telling me it's true, the energy, a lot of comparing. It caused problems, and the mom wasn't innocent. She partook in that. Five of Swords, she didn't care as well. It's a vibe of kind of just like, it is what it is, a heartless energy. Now she's not happy with it. She's not happy with it. There's also, let me get to what's crowning the energy. What's crowning it is shame. She's humiliated by her actions. She's even questioning her instinct as a woman, as a mom. So what I'm seeing here is that this boy been through some shit. And this is fascinating because this has been on the news for months and months and months, and like, I haven't even really like clicked any videos on it. The only reason why I even know, I'm gonna be real, the only reason why I know why this happened is because, like, I watched some old British lady that talk about different things. I'm not gonna even name drop her, but like, she talks about a lot of different things, and she's always bringing this up. And it's kind of just like, I tend to tune out when she brings this up, I ain't gonna lie. But she always be blaming the wife. She's like, oh, it's just the wife came, the wife is a bad influence and all that. So, yeah, I guess I should say it. I watch Lady C. I'm a bit of a weirdo. So, yeah, I watch a lot of Lady C. I ain't gonna lie. She's racist. I know people aren't going to like that might support her. I still watch her. But the reason why I say because she's from a time, when people are from a time, what do you expect really, right? The reason why I say she's racist is because the shit that she say. She thinks that she's smart. No one's fucking stupid. She does a lot of dog whistling and shit, right? Like, no one's dumb and shit. I know what she be doing. She be talking a lot of crazy shit. And she even had I already been knew what she was. She had even a black woman that was a guest on her show. And then she told the black woman, like, oh, like, what do you think, you have an issue or something? She was like, there's no issue. Why? Because you're ugly or something, she said. And the lady didn't even know what to say. And she was like, oh, I'm just joking. But I'm just like, this lady, she know what she's doing. That lady, she's really vile. That being said, though, like, I'm a Capricorn, so I have a mature spirit. So, I'm not one of those people that, like, even how I talk about readings and stuff, I could be a bit abrasive. So no one that's racist ain't gonna, like, make me feel a type of way. Like, I see you for what you are, but I'm not one of those people that get ticked off and never gonna see you again. I only do that if the person is stupid, genuinely stupid, and shit like that. Like, I hate stupid people. I guess that doesn't sound right. I don't like watching people that are stupid. Right? Lady C, she's an evil bitch, but she's not stupid. She's actually pretty entertaining. But I don't appreciate the racism. But again, not everyone is perfect, right? And it just is what it is. I'm not, it is what it is. Anyway, what I see though is that, this is a tough situation. It's a tough situation. There's no peace. It's kind of just like, this is going to be a forever situation. This is why you're not supposed to do that, right? The Four of Swords represent kind of either closing things or peace or putting things to rest. This is an issue. Let me see. Does Brooklyn still love his mother after all this crazy shit? What can we see? All right. The Sun, I mean, from what I'm seeing is that he's just doing him. I'm being told to pull from the bottom of the deck and the top of the deck to give perspective. The Hangman, yeah, things are stuck. Things are stuck with him and his mother. Things are, like I told you, it's just going to be stuck, right? I said it's not going to, this situation is not basically going to be resolved because the Four of Swords is sideways, right? And look what we have here. The Hangman and the Ten of Swords. He just feels betrayed. Let me ask, does this guy love his father? What can we see? Things are tough with his father. This wanted to come out sideways, but it's crooked. He feels like his dad, again, is too abrasive. There's so much challenges just to communicate and be close to his father. It's almost like, what's the point? It's almost just like if he doesn't plan well, something bad might happen. This is showing me this is sad. This is someone that's afraid of their parent. You know how like some kids, they stutter when they talk to a particular parent? It's giving me that sort of vibe. It's like an uphill battle just to communicate and do things with his father. His father's an asshole. I'm shocked. I would have never guessed this about, what's his name? Something Beckham, the father. I don't even know the dad's name. Do I even want to think about it? Because it's going to take time me thinking about it. David Beckham. There we go. Yeah, what did I tell you? Uphill. Do you see the cards? These cards be fucking coming out and shit. It told me pull from the bottom deck and all that bullshit. Top of the deck. What did I tell you? An uphill battle. The Seven of Wands is an uphill battle. What I'm seeing here, and it's deep, he blames his mom a lot more. And I can see that. The reason why I can see that, even though his father is the mastermind of this shit, is because it's like, she's his mother. You know it's bad when your mother is shit. Because it's like, no matter what, even if it's more common for, I've seen it, it's normal for the father to be shit, but the mom, like, that's why people tend to love their mom. Like, your mom's supposed to be legit. So when your mom is not really nurturing and she's part of the problem, that can be more hurtful than just the father. It's kind of just like, it is what it is. The masculine energy really isn't nurturing. It is what it is, right? I'm not saying it can't be, but it tends to not be, right? It's more stern and shit. Imagine having issues with your father and your mother, right? So he has animosity more to his mother, right? Not just that, it's almost just like his father talks a lot of shit to him too, about being spoiled, about having a lot of opportunities. The father throws things in his face, from the money, from all that. So it's given a deep energy. The father is a douchebag, right? What's this guy's situation with his brother, Cruz? What can we see? This Brooklyn Beckham. What can we see as far as the situation? Sorry, my leg itch. Okay. What's the situation with his brother, Cruz? His brother, Romeo. I was saying Romeo. So even though I said Cruz, I meant Romeo. The Seven of Cups. There's some love there with his situation with his brother, Romeo. But at the same time, there's conflict. There's conflict because the Seven of Cups represent a lot of opportunities. What I'm seeing here is that there's love here, but there's a lot of things going on at the table, though, right? It's a messy table. So it's saying that there's love there. But what else can we see as far as Brooklyn's situation with his brother, Romeo? The Queen of Swords. At the same time, who was the mom being more nurturing to? I know that's fucked up, but who was the mom being more nurturing to? I was seeing a lot of situations happening at the table, right? I'm seeing that there's love there, right? But why is the mom popping up? I think Romeo is the mother's favorite as well, because the father popped up with the King of Swords early on, right? And now here we have the Queen of Swords. Romeo seems to be the golden kid, golden child and shit. That's just what I'm seeing. Not just that, the Ace of Wands can represent energy. There's unfinished energy between these two. The Wheel of Fortune's here. This can go good or this can go bad. Let me just see. How will this go? This Wheel of Fortune for him and his brother. The Knight of Cups. What was I telling you that the Knight, like if the Knight pops up, that's, what's his name? Romeo. And the Page is going to be the other brother, Cruz. I don't know if Cruz is younger or older, but this is just how I'm doing it. And this Romeo guy, you know, a lot of people say he's gorgeous, whatever. Okay, he might be gorgeous, but he might be missing, something's off with him. Something's a bit off. We got to be honest. Something's just a bit off. He might be a little bit selfish. Tell me, pull from the bottom of the deck and top of the deck to get further perspective. Yeah, he's into his own shit. And this, because he's the favorite, it's almost like he's the only child type of shit. You know, someone in the comment section is going to say, no, one of the girls is the favorite. No, Cruz is the favorite one. And they might even say Brooklyn is the favorite one. This is just what the energies are telling me, guys. You can give me your opinion. I'm not hating. I don't delete any comments. So I'm just saying, you know, I never delete any comments. Yeah, never. So it's kind of just like, it is what it is. What I'm seeing here, though, is that this guy, again, it's something about him looking off. You know, sometimes when someone's attractive, and I know a lot of women say he's very attractive, sometimes they can be a little bit selfish, sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it is what it is, you know. You know, things come with things sometimes. You know, like they say, sometimes when someone's the ugly one or the ugliest one, they can have a more big open heart. It's not all the time. There's a lot of ugly ass people that's evil and selfish. That's why they be like, damn, you sure ugly and you're selfish. What the fuck, right? Then there could be someone that's tall, handsome, and fucking kind. Sometimes they be narcissists. They be fucked up. What I'm seeing here is this guy doesn't care. I'm seeing a selfish guy here with this Chariot doing his own thing. And it's almost like he's the only son in the home. He's the favorite. So that comes with a particular energy. That's why things are just up in the air. Because it's kind of just like, will this guy mature? What's going on? Let me ask, because I'm curious. Will he mature this Romeo or no? What can we see? And I'm going to be asking, is the wife to blame? Even though it's stupid, because we got a perspective of what's happening. Maybe she brought things to his attention. 10 pull from the bottom of the deck and the top of the deck for perspective. Yeah, this guy, he only cares about himself. He only cares about himself. Not just that, he's an abrasive person. The Knight of Wands represent coming out of an injury or being currently in an injury. This guy, because he's so exalted, he kind of, I don't want to say burn bridges, but it's almost just like he tosses his weight around. At the end of the day, I know that this is the 10 of Pentacles, but what I'm seeing here is that he just only cares about his own family, his own situation. It'll be something so fucked up, and this is what happens with a lot of people, probably when he has his kids, because that's what I'm seeing here. Then it's kind of just like if Brooklyn has his kids and they're like the same age, then that's when he'll probably have a like change of heart. Like, oh, we need to be close. We're not close, and our kids should be close together. You know, some people wait for moments like that, but that's also a narcissistic situation too, because he's only doing it for the benefit of his own, not because it's coming from a good place. And sometimes some people are so desperate and, to be honest, pathetic, that they settle for that and call it love just because they want something so bad. I'm the type of person that I don't give a fuck who you is. If you do me dirty, you dead to me. And I never forget. I don't care what title you have, what's going on. If you fucked up, you know, if you shady to me, and I'm not just saying, oh, you do one thing bad, or even if you do a few things bad. I've had a lot of crazy shit be done to me over and over and over again. And then it's kind of just like, at that point, you just dead to me. I'll be civilized around you, but you're just dead to me, right? And that's even if I have to be around you, because I'm not like crazy, right? So it's kind of just like, I'm civilized if I'm forced to be around someone. But yeah, you know, once you on some stupid shit, you dead to me. So what I'm seeing here is that this could be a pathetic energy where it's kind of just like this Brooklyn might, like, you know, fall in this bullshit trap of like a narcissist only wanting to do something for themselves, and it's kind of just like, oh, you want love, so you'll fall for it. Let me see now. What is the situation with his brother Cruz? Let me just see that now. His brother Cruz. Is there anything going on with this Cruz? Brooklyn, Beckham. All right, a foundation there. What can we see? What's going on with these two? Brooklyn and Cruz. Oh, look, the Page of Swords. This Page of Swords, and I was telling you that the page, you see how when I said the knight is going to be for Romeo, then it showed all that, right? And now we're getting into, you see how the tarot is doing it, right? The tarot is doing what the tarot needs to do. You guys gotta give me my motherfucking credit. The fuck you talking? There'll be all these goddamn readers and shit that don't be talking about shit. They be stuttering. They don't even know no fucking energies. They never made a prediction in their goddamn life. And if they ever do make a prediction, it's because they say everything under the sun. Either someone's sick, someone's dying, all this stuff, someone's losing money, getting money, and eventually something's right? It's kind of just like those astrologers and shit. They kept saying that I ain't going to say the guy because I don't want to trigger censors, but they always said like, oh, he's in office and it's going to be a passing. He's going to pass. How many times this one lady kept saying that, right? Then the guy never passed. And then she's like, oh, well, he was sick. You guys, this is just like, y'all want fucking scam artists and dumbasses and shit. Then it's like when someone's legit doing tarot, you don't show no appreciation. What is it? Is it because you hating? Because the energy is here? What's going on? What? Because I be seeing people, they have no issue. Like in someone's watching someone reading and shit, and the shit be all fucking blurry, right? They not even professional where it matters. They don't even know what's happening and shit. The whole deck be falling out their hands, and it's just a spread of like, it looks like this and shit, just starting off, and they're not even saying shit. And it's a lot of ums and and just nobody's saying shit. And then everyone's in the comment section. Oh, thank you so much. I love the reading, all that. People be hating. Y'all pathetic. That's some pathetic ass shit. Y'all think I don't know? Y'all don't think I know? A lot of readers be watching me. Y'all be so pathetic and shit. Y'all love the lame bitches like y'all that don't be onto nothing because it makes you feel good. But then when a nigga be doing some real shit, y'all act like you don't want to see it because your heart hurts because it's like a nigga's onto some shit. Pathetic assholes. Y'all deserve what y'all get. Yeah, so let me see what's going on with this this cruise and shit. They had good memories. But the funny thing is, because this is giving a duality here, right? Because the Six of Cups represent good memories. There's good vibes, right, between the brother, at least in the brothers, at least in the past. But again, the father is saying that the father was close to this one too. So I mean, this is a fucked up situation, guys. This is really a fucked up situation. It's kind of just like the world represents Saturn, restrictions, pain, sorrow, right? The world isn't just about traveling. The world, and I say this in my readings now, if you've been following, you guys know, the world represents Saturn. There's a distance here, right? Even if you don't want to put Saturn in it, right? The world represents a distance. There's a distance between the brothers. It's sad. Not just that, not being content. Brooklyn, he has sadness in his heart because there's jealousy as well. This brother didn't even really show him love too much, right? So it's kind of just like, was the good memories even real? That's what he's questioning. Not just that, the father's being close to this cruise. So there's some animosity there. Not just that, the fact that the father was close to this cruise created a distance. Not just that, Brooklyn wasn't even content with this Five of Cups. Not just that, embarrassed. And he tried not to see things for what it truly was. Was his wife responsible for this? Obviously, it's stupid because it showed, me asking this is stupid because it showed what was going on with his family. But what else can we see? What else can we see? All right. Alone time. She's the one that initiated alone time. Not just that, she's not completely innocent as well. She wasn't really trying to bring the family together. So maybe what people like Lady C is saying is true. Because sometimes she say things like, if I'm correct, right? Because she say this a lot about a lot of things that I kind of forget. And again, I wasn't following when she would talk shit about this. I really didn't care. But she would say things like, oh, like, I guess she has sources about like the sun and like the bullshit, the drama. So what I'm seeing here is that no, this woman isn't completely innocent as well. She was the one that did initiate the alone time. So yeah, that there was shit going on between this family and they had a history way before her. But she did come in and was just like, you need to switch things up and you need to be alone. And it would have been good if it was upright, but the fact that it's sideways is kind of shady. because this guy, who knows, maybe he has a good relationship with his other two sisters. I ain't gonna look into that. This reading is too long, and to be honest, I'm busy and I want to like focus on myself after this because I got too much shit going on from doing these readings, for doing readings for clients and shit. I haven't had any time for myself, and I have other things going on in my life too, not just readings. So it's kind of just like all I've been doing is sleeping and having readings and shit. That's crazy. The fuck? Damn, I don't even drink. I might need fucking a beer after doing all this shit. Okay, let's see. What else is going on? Embracing family. So, I mean, what's the contradiction here? Let me get the other two cards. What's the contradiction here? The missing link, right? What is the missing link with this shit? What family is she saying to embrace, right? Because people will say, oh, is this his family or is this her family? Because he still feel like things are missing. Obviously, I know the answer. She wants him to embrace her family. All right. And she wants to distance him further away from his family because these two cards flew really far face down. What else can we see? Renewed hope. I don't know, guys. Like I said, when I was shuffling these two cards flew really far. She's trying to take away his hope. She's just like, yo, your family's bad. Your family's shit. They're not going to change. Embrace my family. She's telling him that that's the missing link. And look, he looks like Igor and shit, and he don't even feel comfortable about it. Because that's not really his family. You know, I know people try to say, oh, you married into family and all that. To be honest, I mean, you know, it's cool. But to be honest, it's not your actual family. You know what I mean? It's family by law. It's a difference. Not saying you can't be loved, like, you know, but still, it's not the same thing. So that's just what I'm seeing here. Paradox. It's like I said, it's a contradiction. It is a paradox because it's kind of just like embrace. When she's saying embrace family, she's saying embrace her family. That's why it's kind of just like she initiated the alone time. So she kind of did start this whole process rolling, but it already was fucked up before her. And it is what it is. She's telling him embrace her family, right? But he still doesn't feel at peace by it. Because it's not his actual family. Not just that. She's kind of like destroying his hope. I know this says renewed hope, but again, it flew really far. So she's trying to throw away his hope. She's just like, yeah, they're never going to change. Like, you know, basically fuck your family, right? And he has other families, so I don't know, like, what's their relationship. And again, this reading's too long. What I'm seeing, though, here is it's a paradox. And he feels cold. He feels cold. He doesn't feel complete. He doesn't feel good. So, I mean, this was a deep-ass reading, right? And it's kind of just like, you know, you guys actually be watching it, like, from the beginning to the end, right? But it'd only be, like, fucking 6 likes and shit. So it's kind of just like, what's up with all the hating assholes? It's some hating shit here. Because it's just like, how are you guys going to be so pathetic and shit and be jealous of a nigga that does readings good? That don't even make any fucking sense. Like, what? Like, really? Like, really? And, you know, it's been that way for a few years, actually. I ain't going to even say anything. It's been this way for a few years, and I've been new. But it's kind of just like, it's funny to me. Like, before, it was kind of just like, I was just going to say anything. But, like, the energy is just like, oh, you don't have to trip. You can bring it up if you want. So I'm kind of just like, damn, you bitches be hating and shit. Like, damn, y'all this pathetic and shit. Like, don't hate, bitch. If tarot's not for you, bitch, it's not for you. You know, step your dick game up, step your pussy game up. If you can't do that, like, don't take it on a nigga that got his shit right. You know, you pathetic ass fucking hoes. It's pathetic. It's a shame. It's a disgrace. You guys should be humiliated. Fuck you bitches. Peace and abundance, guys. Take care. Much love.